My name is Chitra Buckley and I'm course leader for MA Fashion Entrepreneurship. What a student will be doing on the course is looking at creating a fashion business concept, looking at entrepreneurship within the UK, within Europe and in a wider global sense, looking at global issues in terms of the strength of developing emerging nations. And then we go on from that to creating a business plan, looking also at the sort of financial issues of setting up a small business in terms of capital investment. And alongside that, we look at how to manage creative enterprises in terms of managing virtual networks, managing within a small structure. So the focus really throughout the course is on the startup phase, but we also do look at the sort of second stage strategy of a small company. They do various assignments, for example, market intelligence, looking at the construction of the fashion market, looking at consumer segmentation, also looking at brand values, brand identities of certain fashion brands, and then working on a business plan. They have, outside of the course, they've also developed projects with industry. Past graduates have gone on to various different sectors of the fashion industry. One past graduate has set up an international swap shop, which is based in London and Geneva. Another past graduate has looked at building an eco-factory in Nigeria, and for that she researched how eco-factories operated in India and in Sri Lanka and took out some key principles to apply to the factory in Nigeria, and she wants to set up a fashion brand over there. What I look for in a potential student is an original idea. I would like to think that they would use the MA as a watershed to move on to the next stage in their career. So most students do come in with a very specific plan or project that they want to develop within the fashion industry. And that may be a social enterprise, it may be developing their own fashion brand. But what I would like to see in a student in terms of their character is a real passion for developing their own project. Students interact with industry through a variety of avenues. One avenue which works very well is the FBRS, the Fashion Business Resource Studio, who assist students in looking for internships in the particular part of the industry that they would like to work in. For example, one student worked on a sustainability project with a major high street retailer, and she investigated the feasibility of setting up a recycled collection of garments, and she's now intending to work in that field after she graduates. The course reflects what's going on in the industry through external lecturers who come in from industry and talk about contemporary issues. For example, web-based marketing and how that can be applied into the luxury sector. Industry lecturers have also talked about the problems related to sourcing from emerging economies and how corporate sustainability can be maintained and how it can be developed in certain areas. So we have a variety of ways. The students from the 2010 cohort set up a consultancy that they called Sinti Consulting, and they worked on a consultancy basis for small fashion companies. One particular example was a knapsack, which is based on the original duffel bag, and they developed a marketing campaign. They developed a web campaign as well, and actually created a list of distributors who could work with this brand. Another consultancy project they did was to set up a debate on the demise of the high street with a creative agency, based in London. The type of projects that students developed when they were in India was to investigate the sourcing and supply chain through direct sourcing, through buying officers and through liaison officers. They developed a series of case studies and looked at the different elements and actually constructed a sourcing handbook, which was really a series of guidelines that they presented to industry and academics so that we can train sort of future entrepreneurs how to manage the ethical issues in supply chain.